it's a clean slate. Here we are, and my goal is the world title shot again.
Bueno. She has a lot to learn, and so teach her a few lessons.
Who stood 5 rounds with Amanda with a broke leg?
Just a brawler.
You know, our 7 out of 8 and 5 in a row shows why she is fighting for the world title.
There's been a ton of, Rocky sequels to where he's been able to triumph, and this is on the doorstep as we speak.
Against Mayra, I just feel, she's tough. She's obviously here for a reason, but I feel I'm a veteran of the sport. I feel like she's still very green. And in reality, I mean, no disrespect to the other girls, but I feel like she's fighting girls who are on their way out. She's fighting girls who, they're in their 40s, and that's tough as an athlete. At the end of the day, I feel like she hasn't faced somebody like me who's completely well-rounded. She talks about her knockout power and all these things that she gets to bring to the octagon, but I think she's forgetting a lot of what I'm about to bring to the octagon. People categorize me as this brawler, but they don't understand that I have a wicked ground game as well.
I think Raquel got everything she needs to beat her. I think the only thing that I would tell her to do is to don't underestimate her.
My prediction for the fight is Raquel is going to break her over 2 rounds, and I think in the 3rd or 4th, we're going to find out what kind of will Bueno Silva has as it gets closer to the championship rounds, and I think that I'd like to see a TKO 4th or 5th round.
For me, I've never been what I like to call a factory athlete.
We run our camps probably a little different because we are not part of a huge gym. So we're not part of like an ATT. I think that there's advantages to not being part of that because when she's with me, it's one-on-one.
Everything is so individualized. Like when it's me and Raquel, it's me and Raquel.
I built a team, we're Team Rocky, and it's a circle that's like near and dear to my heart. Like there's trust there, there's true support, there's honesty, there's loyalty.
So as a coach, the first couple things that I wanted to work on were the mindset, and I felt like Raquel had some patterns and some things that I may be able to capitalize on.
I wanted to work on her footwork and head movement and punching off the footwork and head movement.
There you go. That's it right there.
Punches off the punches that they're throwing just to get them off balance, and then her footwork's a lot better.
And I just had to get her out of her element and what she was used to, and that's a mental hurdle. That's not necessarily a physical hurdle.
Here. So believing that she should be there, believing that she's going to win the fight, believing that someday she's going to be champion. Now that is right in front of us, and she believes.
I've been with the UFC now for going on 11 years. I've been in the top 10 for the majority of the time. I was one of the first 10 women to ever sign with UFC. There's a lot there. I sit there, and sometimes, my dad will call me, and he's a huge stats guy, and he'll just throw some stuff out there, and I'm like, really?
I asked her, I said, do you know you have the most strikes landed in the UFC? I do. Do you know you have the most time in the octagon? I do. Raquel doesn't even know the stats because she doesn't focus on those things.
So it's actually been fun to sit back and see how far I've actually come.
And she slips and almost puts herself in full mount and then straight.
Raquel Pennington!
Coaches can get pretty serious, and they need to get serious because what Raquel's walking into is a one-on-one situation. But for them to spend time with her daughter, I know that has to mean the world to Raquel.
She's blessed that they're all like family.
This is what Raquel told me yesterday. The other day, yesterday they were sparring, and she said they were going at it. She looked over, and her daughter was looking at her smiling, and she said, that just drove me. That took me to another level. So for those coaches to allow her to be there, not treating her as a distraction, but as something that helps encourage Raquel to push even harder, because now Raquel has something else to fight for. You can't thank those coaches enough.
But the truth of the matter is, Raquel's strong as an ox. She's by far one of the strongest bantamweights out there. Her athleticism, she's got a basketball background, softball background, soccer background. You know, she's an extremely athletic individual.
Prediction for the fight, this chick has to either knock me out or put me to sleep, which neither one of those I feel like are truly possible.
I don't think that Mayra is better than us in any position.
A fight's a fight, so I can't sit there and be like, oh, I'm going out there and knocking her out. But you better believe I have every intention of controlling this fight wherever it goes. And I have some mean power that, you know, I just want to see the best version of Rocky come out, and I feel it in my entire being. I feel like this fight is just bringing something out in me, and it's weird. It's an emotional roller coaster. You know, they told me just open the gates, feel it, but I just feel like this is going to be my best performance yet on the biggest stage for the ultimate goal.
If she just goes out there and is Raquel Pennington, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.